fun. Okay, we have one more presenter before our break, and that will be a real break. No singing or anything, I promise. We'll have about a 15-minute break. But our last speaker is certainly not the least. What you're about to see here is pretty incredible. It's from a team from Boulder, Colorado, led by Aaron Ting. The company is called Winston, and their mentor this summer was Peter Shapiro, and their law firm was Cooley. So please welcome Aaron Ting and Winston.
Thanks. Nobody told me there was singing, man. All right, hi, my name is Aaron Ting, and Winston is a speech-enabled assistant that lives on your social networks. Our app actually talks to you and tells you social stories about your friends and news stories about your favorite websites. Now, there's a lot of attention around these sort of personal assistant apps right now, apps that talk to you, that sort of help you navigate through your day. And one that we talk about a lot that we're big fans of is Siri. And what Siri does really well is it integrates into the information services that we use every day. But there's a lot of other information sources that we rely on that we check constantly that Siri doesn't really connect to. It's things like Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. It's our social networks. And this is a problem because this is where our interests are. It's where our passions are. It's where our friends are. But it's also where we do a lot of discovery. It's where our friends are sharing things with us, sharing news articles, sharing photos, videos, songs. It's content. And the more that we started thinking about content, the more we realized there are many different kinds of content that Siri doesn't bring us. And so what we wanted to do was create an assistant that could bring content to you, content that you care about, content that matters to you. And that's what Winston is. Now, content is a little bit tricky because it's not designed to be a leisurely experience right now. Many of us have this morning routine where we wake up in the morning and we check our email, and then we go through our calendars, and then we catch up on news that we've missed. We do a lot of reading. There's a lot of text going on. And the problem is there are times of the day where we want to stay informed, but we don't want to read. Especially as we check things like Facebook, which we check constantly throughout the day. There's a lot of reading going on. And so the question is, can we make something for those times of the day when you're waking up and you're feeling drowsy? Or when you're getting home from work, you've been reading all day, you just want to relax? Can we make something for the times of the day when you're exercising or when you're driving? You know, a lot of people my age are actually checking Facebook when they should be paying attention to the road. And so what we wanted to do was create something that takes all of this lean forward content and turns it into a lean back experience, something you can actually watch and listen to. And what I'd like to show you is how Winston takes my morning routine and turns it into something that I can watch and listen to.
Good morning, Erin. The time is now 8 a.m. on August the 8th. The weather forecast in Manhattan is partly cloudy with a high of 86 degrees. On Facebook, Elizabeth is celebrating a birthday today. Many happy returns. You will be attending an event this evening at 8 p.m. Jared shared a photo on Instagram. What a lovely picture. Steve wrote about Demo Day on your timeline. In technology, DreamIt Ventures is graduating 15 new startup companies at its Demo Day in New York. In sports, the United States won a second straight Olympic gold medal in the women's 8 event, maintaining its 6-year streak. On Amazon, this home brewing system by Keurig is on sale today for $129.99. This special price will only be available for another 3 hours. This concludes your morning brief. Have a wonderful day.
This is pretty fun. This is a mode that we made for Winston called Briefing, and it's where Winston gives you a quick rundown on things that he knows you care about. We're also able to deliver in-depth coverage, and so Winston can take individual friends that you care about, family members, and turn them into news channels. You can have in-depth newscasts about people you care about. It can also do the same thing with your favorite news sites, and so here I've taken my co-founders and some of my favorite sites and turned them into channels, and I can watch them just like I watch CNN. Now, we're working really hard to support a lot of different content. We're connecting to a lot of different APIs. This may seem really simple. There's actually some really hard stuff going on here. We're taking your social feed and turning it into verbal storytelling. No one else is doing this right now. And to do it correctly, Winston has to be capable of pattern recognition. Winston has to be able to identify trends that are emerging in your social feed and then tie their relevance back to you. This is pretty tricky. And to do that well, Winston has to be capable of semantic analysis. It's not enough for him to simply read you a tweet or read you the full length of the news article. What you want oftentimes is the same thing that your friends do for you, which is to describe or summarize something. Winston has to be able to do that. And we have to deliver all this intelligence to you in a way that feels really natural. The app has to talk to you using a beautiful artificial voice. He has to show it to you using automated cinematography. It's pretty tricky. And it wouldn't be possible without a really awesome team. And I'm blessed to be working with just an incredible team. We all came out here from Colorado together. And I consider myself pretty privileged to be working with people who are not just technically gifted and very experienced in technology, but are also just really close friends. We're really committed to what we're making, and we're making something that we want to use every single day. And we want other people to use it too. And we were so excited about this that we decided to hold a little 2-week alpha. And we invited people to try the app. And in just 14 days, people used Winston over 5,000 times. Now that wasn't the exciting thing. What really caught us off guard was how long people were staying in the app. Our average use session was 4 minutes long. This is about 3 times longer than the average social app right now. And it's not just that people were staying in the app, our users were coming back. Our average user was coming in 2.5 times a day. This was really exciting. And what this was showing us was that Winston can have a closer relationship with you than the one you have with Siri. And he can do that because he lives on your social networks. So he knows you. He knows what you care about. He knows who your friends are. And this is sort of our vision for how these personal assistant apps should be. They should know you. They should inspire you to stay informed about the things that matter to you. Now, to get there, we're going to need help. And so we plan to raise and close a venture round in the next 6 to 9 months. But we also want to open a note today for angel investors and seed stage investors to come in because we know we need their help too. And part of what this is going to go to is to help us launch later this fall. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, but we plan to launch this fall for the iPhone, and we're going to roll out to a number of different devices and platforms over the next 18 months. Now, I know a lot of people want to try the app today, so we're going to do a little bit of an experiment. We took that alpha, and we sort of wrapped it up, and we put it up on the App Store. And you'll be able to download it starting today and for the next 5 days. And we really hope you check it out. It's really fun. And lastly, I just want to say, on behalf of my whole team, we've been looking forward to this day all summer. We're really, really grateful that you're here. This has been fantastic. It's a privilege to get to talk to all of you, so thanks so much.